to me, we had to have a little discussion about how did this come to being, because myself, I'm a cancer survivor. And at the time I traveled to the rainforest for some education. And I used some methods that weren't, the doctor kept asking me, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I kept telling him, because what he was offering me, I was not accepting. So I had offered some of this knowledge and based a lot of this knowledge on helping Elizabeth, and also discussing the herbs that take care of your body and nourish it and get it back to a normal state. So we just started really basic, but again, it's very hard when you're the intuitive or you're the herbalist and it's happening to you. Okay? Yeah. You do. You want to go to your friend and you want to say, what do I do here? It's happening to me. Somehow, if it's happening to you or you, I'm outside. I'm right there. I'm standing by your shoulder. So it's good to have this type of relationship. Again, going back to knowing your herbalist, knowing an intuitive, and understanding that these people are available to you in your world. So
the tools are there.
Yeah, the tools are there.
The tools are there.
Tools
and
are there,
more than ever.
Right, and I was going to
ever.
say, so some of the things we worked with, and I know she worked with other people, and I was just so accepting of that. It's like the more people you talk about, the more people that help you, and you really get involved. But literally, you had to sit back and say, you need to meditate, and you need to ask what's going on here, and what are the tools do I need?
Yeah.
So,
well, you I
don't know if I answered the question or did I go around a circle.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Okay, all right. I'm going to grab a water.
Now, what I saw and what I have learned from you is you did muscle testing.
Correct. Kinesiology.
Kinesiology. Mm-hmm. So she had me hold a bottle of an herb.
Right.
And then she muscle tested me. So why don't you explain a little bit what is that? That sounds like, hoodoo.
Hoodoo?
Hoodoo.
Oh, would that be the first time everyone said hoodoo the voodoo? I'll tell you what. Muscle testing, I can't do it to her right now, all right? But it is a part of, yeah, we can grab somebody from the audience. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
come on
Come on up here.
We do have an audience.
Yes, we do.
And we don't have a camera on them.
Do we?
Do we?
Do we?
There we go.
Why don't you just have her sit down with you?
Okay, how about you, actually, here, I'll move my things here. We're going to clutter up this table. Have a seat. Kinesiology, muscle testing, all right, would tell me if something was good for you or not. And just by the energy that runs through your body, the vibrations. Okay? So, I'm very well versed in essential oils, Chinese herbs, and regular herbs. Okay, and so if you came to me, we would do some kinesiology, which is, I'm just gonna, even if I have to go over here. Okay, you move over there. It's a process by, you could either do your fingers. This is a real quick course, by the way. Okay, we'll discuss this later, but you hold your hands together. All right, and I'm going to try to pull these apart, okay? Try to pull them apart, okay? Really, boy, come on, give me some strength here, girl. All right, okay. But she could actually, literally, hold something in this hand, and I could just, through me, I don't even have to say it out loud. I could ask her, but what I'm saying in my mind now, wait, she isn't supposed to know. Is this good for her? Okay? And we want to put this together. And if I could pull her fingers apart, this isn't going to be good together. Like 1, 2, 3. All right. You can also do this with an arm, like holding an arm up. Okay. And I'm going to try to put your arm down, just with 2 fingers. Probably can't see that. Yeah, that's something that's taught in a certified herbalist class, along with iridology, kinesiology, which is muscle testing. The basics of herbs. And this is a real basic course.
Now, we know that herbology goes back. How far back does it go?
About 2,000 years.
Thank you.
To the Chinese. We have to credit them because they really knew, they know what they're doing.
Now, as we've been talking, the water is turning yellow. And I'm I'm feeling good. I'm still feeling good and cool.
Okay.
And my one toe, for some reason, seems a little tingling, but nothing like scary or anything. So just wanted to give a update of the foot stuff going on.
Oh yeah, we've got some crud.
We now have crud.
We have crud.
We now have the crud.
We have crud.
So yes, and I wouldn't be surprised if my husband would agree. As I keep talking, more crud keeps coming out.
Hey, but once it's out, it's out. Okay,
This
is
is
true.
true.
All right.
So a lot of people, have questions like, would this be okay with my doctor if I went on an herbal program? Now, I personally I'm not going to name names, but I have several doctors that when I said I'm doing herbs, they looked at me like I was like insane. And I even had a doctor say to me, "Oh, herbs and vitamins, that stuff doesn't work. You're just wasting your money." And I looked at that doctor and went, "Really? I'm alive today. If I'd followed everything you guys said, I don't know. I don't know what would happen." So no, there's something to it. Personally, I can attest that herbs and vitamins work. So is it okay with doctors? Do you think we're beginning to educate them?
They're educated. Mm-hmm. They are educated.
I don't mean to introduce, but she also works as?
I'm a nurse. I'm a licensed practical nurse. Went back to school at age 48 to understand that whole medical and even further. And I will say today, and I do tell people this, if this was 100 or 200 years ago, we'd still be using about 80% herbs and about 20% drugs. But today, you have to mix both of them. There's too many things out there that attack us, and you need both worlds. You need the medical world, and you still need to go back to our roots, to the holistic part, okay? And now I lost a thought here, but I was thinking you were saying, he said, don't spend your money doing that. This is what you need to do. I do have a saying which I have to get in there. All right.
Go right ahead.
All right. You're either going to pay, all right, to give the medical profession a good part of your money if you run into a problem, or you're going to pay to keep yourself healthy, okay? Now, to keep yourself healthy is a daily thing. How you feed yourself, what you drink, how you think, who you talk to, how you feel, okay? And it's not so much money, all right, but it's paying yourself, being good to yourself, all right? Going and getting a massage, finding out what your spirits have in store for you, getting your feelings out, what a massage, what else, some other things, getting some other treatments done, facials, foot baths, something that helps your body. Go and listening to somebody that has good things to say, all right? I know there's some more, but I mean some better things, but meditation, whatever. But what would you rather pay for? Would you rather pay to sit in the doctor's office so someone can give you a pill that, that is going to help a chronic condition, but is it really going to heal you?
Yeah, sometimes there's no magic bullet. What I found with herbs personally is doing an herbal program, like a cleansing or a detoxing, made me feel better. I had started reading about parasitic cleansing and detoxing the body, the liver, the kidneys, and the blood, and candida, issues with candida. I went on several programs, and after I was done with the cleansing programs, I felt better, especially the parasitic cleansing. And I found that my allergies were getting better and better. My allergies had steadily been getting worse. That was the main reason I even started in the herbs, was because of the allergies I had. I'd be so miserable during hay fever season. I'd be out, literally on my back, flat on my back, and I couldn't function from August until the first frost. And I found that the herbs helped, the detoxing and the programs helped. And so I think I think God works through all people, through doctors and through herbalists and alternatives, but I believe that people in the audience should explore herbal remedies or using herbs to supplement even on a daily basis to feel better, to cleanse. And you have a program you talk about. There's cleansing and detoxing.
Right,
and
detoxing. This is a great
building,
detoxer,
right?
but I do recommend that every 6 months somebody do some type of detox. If you've never done it before, there are very, very wonderful, simple things, cleansing products that you could take and explore. And again, you walk into a store and buy something, 10 o'clock at night, you're experiencing some revelation in the bathroom, and you can't call someone, all right? But if you work with an herbalist, and you can pretty much call them and saying, this is happening, okay? And I'd like to talk to you about this. So, but truly, cleansing the body really will promote your health. And if you're trying to stop a habit of any type, a very simple cleanse would really be excellent to do. And I just thought my thought process was here in my mind was, if you understood the movement of holistic herbalism, using plants, using herbs, using supplements, out west in our parts of our United States, they are so far advanced. And another thing is where we want to come to, we're coming to you from Brunswick, Ohio. And that's where I originally, a little bit on Sleepy Hollow Road, is where I started here in Brunswick. And I live in Medina County, same county here, but really started to educate my neighbors and my friends. And we here in Ohio really need to step up the pace. And that's why why the beginnings and the makings of the two of us talking and saying, we need to let people know how simple this is. Or, talk to people. I'm in the book. Are you in the book?
I don't know.
She's on the television.
Am I?
I'm in the book. She's on the
I
television.
didn't think about that. Am I in the book? I think I am in the book. My goodness.
Okay, but I mean, I know that a lot of my neighbors in Brunswick, Ohio, were, they just. I mean, I still today, right before I came here today, I was actually talking to the person across the street from my old house on Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's. Now tell us some of the healings that you've been working with. I mean, when we say healings, I would say the body becoming more imbalanced for somebody. So I know from my personal experience, being 9-10 years cancer-free is a big deal.
Yes.
And I want to share really quickly. The year after I was diagnosed with breast cancer and refused the chemotherapy and went through radiation, they thought I had ovarian cancer. Now, at that point, it was my left ovary, and the blood test or the blood work came back, possible cancer, we're not sure. So the oncologist said, okay, we got to go in. And we're going to go in and we're going to see what you got.
Wow.
And if it's cancer, take it out, we'll biopsy, see if it's cancer. And if it's cancer, they weren't going to go much further.
You talk like this, but at the time when you were going through this, how did you feel?
Oh, I was scared poopless.
Poopless, friendly. Like, do I have a friend here? Who can I talk to?
And I
where
would
do
call
I go?
her.
No, I mean, who do you go? Where do you go?
It was very scary because I felt at that point that what was the next step. Mm-hmm. But the reason I even brought this story in is because when he went in and he looked at the ovary, it was completely encapsulated. He said, and they tested it. It was not cancerous, but he said 90% of these types of cysts that I had turn into cancer. So he said it was a good thing we got it. And he said, but it's very funny. He said it was completely encapsulated. He said, had it turned to cancer, it never would have spread to the rest of my body, the rest of my organs. And he said, that was very odd. And he said it was the first time he had seen that. And I asked him, I said, well, do you think it's all the herbs that I'm taking? And he looked at me and he goes, well, I can't really say that.